Hey everybody. So, I just put up a video yesterday, a garden tour. Well, as the time of this recording, it was yesterday. By the time I put this up, it might be a few days. Anyways, um, y'all like, it hasn't gone viral, but it's probably one of my better videos, obviously, since I haven't put anything up in a year from before that, then, yeah. Anyways, you guys like showed up on my affiliate links. I got it this morning, and I had a ton of emails. Y'all went crazy. I assume it was from that video. Y'all guys went crazy on the buying the teas, probably the elderberry stuff over at Farmhouse Teas. Yes, the link is still below. I love their not coffee teas. It's basically just a coffee replacement. It kind of tastes like coffee. They've got I think like 3 or 4 different flavors. But anyways, just wanted to put that out there right off the bat. Thank you. You guys are amazing. So just thank you for that support. But this is the video that I've been promising you guys for the overview of the drip system. I'm going to go ahead and put the links below on the products that I buy. It's only a few things to really start off with. It's not going to be rocket science, but I know it makes a lot of people scared. I know for my first garden ever, it took me at least 2 to 3 years to even attempt to put in a drip irrigation system. It is really scary and you don't know what the hell you're doing, but that's how you learn. Alright, so let's get this camera turned around and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys just a basic overview, the basic parts. I'm hoping to have a blog post up with this one as well, just to kind of give you the pointers. Alright, so we're gonna get here. So obviously you need to find out where your water is. We have it here. We have a splitter. We are going to add a hose to this. This is going to be your basic timer. This is what you want to start off with. This is going to be, I think, a $29 timer. This is Orbit. There's a couple other brands out there. It's just your very basic timer. One thing, you set it. You set the clock, meaning the time, the start time that you want the water system or drip system. I like to do mine in the morning because I'm not, actually I am up at that time, or trying to get up. You want to do it in the morning before it gets too hot. How long? Right now I have it set for 10 minutes just because it's the heat of the summer, and so as the fall comes in, we're gonna scale that back a little. How often? I do it every day. Now there are schools of thought on this. I like to start with like maybe 5 to 10 minutes every day, and then if I see that plants aren't getting enough water, then I'm gonna obviously add more time to that. I know some plants like to be watered very heavily, and you only do like once or twice a week. So it's really, there's so much information out there that I just try and keep it simple. Besides, the mulch helps. I try and mulch everything, so that helps keep the water on. Okay, so again, that's a timer, just a basic timer. This one has batteries, about $30. This is a new one for this setup, but I've had them last me quite a few years. Oh, that's what I was gonna mention. Somebody over on Instagram, because I posted this as to who wanted an overview or just like a very basic drip irrigation. Somebody asked me if the screens. It's a very good question. If the screens ever go out on me because they're out in the sun. The first one I bought, it lasted me probably 4 to 5 years. I think it would have still worked, but because there's so much sun beating on it, it still technically worked. I just couldn't see the numbers. They were very faded, and so the numbers you couldn't see. And so I told them that, and they said, well, maybe I need to put some shade on it, so that might be an idea. Maybe put a cover on it or something. I think that person was in Texas, and Texas gets a heck of a lot hotter than we do in SoCal, and so I think that was their main issue. But here, it hasn't been really bad. And for $30 after 5 years, that's what, $6 a year? That's not that bad. Anyways, let's move on to the next set. Alright, so the next part of this is going to be, the majority of this setup is really just the drip irrigation kit. Just start off with buying a base of the raised bed watering drip irrigation by Dig. D-I-G, drip. I think it's Dig Corp if you're looking them up on IG. It's, I want to say $29. I will probably put it in here somewhere. But again, the links are below. I usually just go to Home Depot and pick them up because it's easy, it's cheap. I know there are companies out there that will sell them cheaper. You can probably find them online. but I just like to run at Home Depot, and this way it's a little more accessible to people. If I do find anything on Amazon, or if I find the kit on Amazon, I'll link that below in case you don't want to go to Home Depot or it's just easier for you. But anyways, this kit comes with the backflow preventer, the pressure regulator, because you're going to need that because the water coming out of the spigot here is coming out too fast and it's going to pop off your drippers. And then the connection piece to put this into the 1/2-inch tubing. This 1/2-inch tubing basically goes around here. The kit itself comes with some of these connectors, and so then that way, you know, it's almost like Legos, like a regular sprinkler system. So I've got to hide it under the mulch. And so basically you just follow it. This is from when I put it in. See? And here you can see it off. This one actually goes down this way here. Here we connect the dripper, the line. And what I like about this kit is it comes with a 50-foot 1/2-inch tube. And so that's going to be your main line. It comes with a bunch of these connectors. You can make T's, you have elbows, and then you have just extenders. It also comes with, I believe, 50 feet of this drip line. It has drippers about every 9 inches. Yeah, you're gonna have to put them in. You're gonna have to put in your plants basically in the same spot every season, but at least that way you don't have to try and guess as to how much you're gonna get in there and how many plants you're gonna be able to put in. That's the basic setup. All right, so the kit does come with regular tubing, so it'll basically get you from the main line all the way up to the bed. So this portion here doesn't have any holes. I will go ahead and add the links to the connectors. It does come with some connectors, but I will give you the links for more, that way you can have extra. I like to buy a little extra, and I will include the other pieces I buy with these, such as the sprinklers. These sprinklers are adjustable, and so the more you open it, the bigger the spray is going to be. The more you close it, then the smaller. If you don't have anything in the bed, or if you don't have anything in that space, just shut it off. Here I leave it on, and so it's fine for now. And then on the containers, I like to run them all the way around. This is, again, the drip line here is the one with the holes every 9 inches. But basically you just grab it off the main line, put it up here, and then just connect using the Barb Connectors, the 1/4-inch connectors, connected to the line that has the opening. On this one, that has the drippers. On this one I do have a little sprayer in here, right in there. Now as you move to the other beds, that's the thing, you gotta be careful with your overspraying, because this is a zucchini plant that's got powdery mildew. I'm not gonna do anything about it. I'm gonna let it go, and if I get some zucchini out of it, great. If not, then that's fine. But basically in these beds, I just wrapped it all the way around the edge. You technically could run the third one down the middle. I have the growers in the middle, and I don't want to really overcrowd the bed too much. Not only that, I do have the sprays, like I said, I can open up all the way, and then we just spray that area. It's a radish and some nice zinnias growing in here. Alright, so then that's the drip line, or that's where the line comes from. I showed you it goes underneath the mulch. It comes straight down the mulch, and from here we pull up more lines up to the beds. So the hose, or rather the 1/2-inch tubing, goes under here, and it's right over here. So then here I put in a T connector, and so then I have, actually no I didn't, I put in an elbow, so it actually curves that way. And so then for the bed over here, I have the one line that comes up, and then I just put in the drippers. So we connected it, so this piece here doesn't have any holes, but once it comes over here, this connector piece then does the same thing as that first bed, goes all the way around. On this one, I actually did this and found that the pressure coming, that's probably why this plant isn't doing that well, because I didn't fix this one. When you go to do these sprayers, you don't want to hook them up to this dripper line that has the holes, because you're not going to have enough pressure. You want to tap those into the main line, into the 1/2-inch, and then that way they can come straight up right into your containers. And see, I didn't correct this one. That might be why that plant's not doing all that great. But let me show you See, like on this one, on the zinnia, we have the 1/2-inch tubing. See if I can zoom in on that. We have the 1/2-inch tubing here, and then we have the line, and it goes right to this. These you can buy in 25 packs. I love that about those, and so for those I just use those in my containers. The beds themselves do have some sprayers, but mostly it's going to be that drip line with the 9-inch spacing on the drippers. And so everything here basically for the last month has been watered just by this drip system. The timer and the drip system is a lifesaver. I do have some growers in the beds themselves and in the containers themselves, but most of it is all going to be drip system. On this one, this is sweet potatoes, and I only planted these up last weekend, and so I have this one here, and so that I have to actually test it. Alright, so just before I show you what those sprays look like, something I do like, you can hit manual on here, like if you just want to do extra. You can add, you know, as many minutes as you want. If you see things are too dry or you didn't expect it, like you maybe got a heat spell, you didn't expect it, so I'm running it for about 10 minutes. Let me go ahead and show you on this bed over here, not even this bed, on this container, how it does. So see, these are the adjustable ones, so I can shut it off completely. But I want stuff to grow. But if I didn't have anything in this bed or container or whatever in this space, I can just shut it off. So I can open it, see, which is actually, I'm probably going to leave it that way. And I do want to water this because I just realized that the water was not on that high or that much out, so it's not gonna it hasn't been watering very much, and it's only been out here about a week, and you can already see the plants are kind of drying up. The only issue is going to be that when you get these leaves wet, you bring in disease. So we're going to cut that off. I think the Marigold golds are going to be okay, but we're going to move them over a little bit anyways. But that's the basic idea. I don't know if I want to open it up all the way, because that means I might get wet. But basically, there you go. It's just going to spray. Let me turn it down a little. Yeah, I don't want to get the watermelon wet over there because I don't want it to get powdery mildew or anything. But anyways, inside the beds I do have some sprayers. Let's see if we can tell. See? I do need to stick these tomatoes up. But that is really the very basics of it. I will go ahead and put down links below as to the different products depending on where I find them. But I will go ahead and put down what I do recommend in addition to the basic raised bed kit. The basic raised bed kit, like I said, comes with the pieces that you attach directly to the timer. Your backflow preventer, that way the water goes out, but it doesn't go back in, just like it sounds. You have your pressure regulator, because if you don't have that in, your fittings are going to fly off because the water's coming out too fast, basically. And then this is just a connector to get to the 1/2-inch line. This is very basic. You can get a lot more intricate with these, and I have before, but here in this case I didn't really have to because it's just one straight run. See, with that one I can just turn it off, make sure to set it back to auto, that way it goes off tomorrow at 5:15 in the morning. I didn't realize it was on that early. But basically, let me just show you the distance and the way this line runs. So we have the 1/2-inch main line, it goes underneath the mulch. You have the T right there, which goes out here just to get these guys. Then from here you have it so it goes straight back to the main row of beds. The kit comes with, again, the pieces that go directly hooked up to the timer, the 50-foot tubing, some of the connectors in here, the 9-inch spacing drip line, and then another roll of 1/4-inch tubing that's just straight plain, that doesn't have any holes, so it goes, you know, where you need it to get to. So the only other thing I would recommend getting is another 50-foot roll of that 9-inch spaced tubing, possibly another roll of the regular 1/4-inch drip line. They sell these sprayers in 25 packs. I don't remember how much they are, but and it also depends on location. And then the Barb Connectors, some straight connectors for like here, connecting one to the other, and then they also have ones that are T's. That way I can just have the one line and then it splits and it goes around the plants here. And then possibly, depending on how much space you're trying to cover, another 50-foot hose of the main line. I will go ahead and put down, Kevin over at Epic Gardening has a great video about how much you should and shouldn't put on it. I've never really had that issue. I've just done it, but apparently there is some kind of formula where you try and calculate how many drippers you can and cannot have depending on the length of your run. I think the run should not be more than either 100 or 150 feet. Here it's not going to be that much because it really only goes from there, here, it goes right across, and it goes down to the edge of the garden, which that's only about 40 feet. Because basically from the gate to about here is between, I'd say, 40 to 50. And that's probably including the piece all the way to the wall where the door is. It's like, I wanted to put another bed in here, but I can't just because we have to be able to open the door. But I'm going to miss these guys. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I will try and get to them. If I get enough questions and if I get enough responses and if I get enough of the same question instead of typing it out 10,000 times, I'm just going to make another follow-up video just to basically go through the FAQs and be like, this is what you guys wanted to know. Here are the answers. Here's what I do. Try it out. If it works for you, great. If it doesn't, go back to the drawing board and try something else. There is a company out there, Drip Depot, that Kevin mentions in his video. They have a little different system. Their lines are actually wider rather than the 1/4-inch. I will put some tools down there just to make it easier. I am going to do the blog post now that I think about it more, because I'm going to give you some extra tips and tricks in there as to how to fit these things together, because they're going to be they're kind of a pain. They can be, but once you get into the flow, once you get it going, you'll be fine. Alright, this video is already probably about 10 to 15 minutes, so I think we're going to end it there. Again, any questions below? Again, thank you for the support. You guys basically blew up the tea place. They're ordering a lot. They're selling out of the, well, not selling out, but they're selling a lot of the elderberry kits and flavorings and whatnot. So go check those out with the season coming up. People are wanting to get in on that. And use the links below. I will link everything. Questions, hit me up there on IG. Prefer it here, that way I can have them all in one place. I didn't mention it in yesterday's video, the last video. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. You know, like the video, share the video with your friends. Anybody that you think that might enjoy it, anybody that you think might find it useful. Wow, that's a beautiful view. Let's zoom in on that for you guys. My next video is a new toy I just received from a brand, and I'm gonna go ahead and get that set up. I'm hoping to do it this weekend. The other thing is that I want to clean out this bed right here in the middle. Where's my finger? Here. I'm gonna plant some peas, and I'm gonna take you along as to what I'm gonna do with this trellis. I'm gonna show you how to put the trellis together. It's pretty straightforward. It's like Legos, kind of like the drip system. I'm gonna put some twine up and down. That way we can run some peas up there. We're probably gonna put some peas in here and probably in a container over in the corner, because the sun comes from that way most of the day, and these sunflowers basically have blocked out all the sun from over here. So, but anyways, I said I was gonna go 2 minutes ago, and I'm still here yakking. All right, guys, catch you guys on the next one. Peace.